Welcome to Nebraska Preps Postgame with your hosts, Mike Sautter and Jacob Padilla.
Hey everyone, Mike Sautter, Jacob Padilla here for another episode of Nebraska Preps Postgame. We are 2 weeks into the high school basketball season.
And
feels like a lot has happened in 2 weeks.
Yeah. We said this season was going to be day-to-day, hectic all over the place.
100% true.
It waited no time getting into that. Like right
Chaos.
from the start, it was
chaos has reigned so far.
And part of that started at the AB Early Season Classic, which I will say the coaches are fans of that tournament.
Yes.
Talking to Steve Klein after Bellevue West won it, he absolutely loves it.
Yeah, it's great.
It's kind of get you into the season with some tough matchups and different teams. And
if you remember, it took the place of those like 14 pod things that like were really bad.
Yeah, because it was kind of like an early district where you've got the lower teams and just not games you really need to be playing at that point.
Yeah, like I remember it was like Bellevue West, Millard North when Chucky Hepburn and Hunter Salas and them were sophomores. They played each other at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon in Columbus.
Yeah,
and I was like,
out there for that.
I was like, I have to go to this. And there was like 14 people.
Yeah.
It was not 14, but it was. It could have been a much bigger crowd if they would have just had it. So they did away with those. Bellevue West AD John Morrow actually created this AB thing, which is really good, and it has 4 Class A teams at the top and 4 Class B teams at the bottom. It's an 8-team bracket, and the one feedback I think that I heard was
3 games in 3 days.
3 games in 3 days is kind of a lot, especially early.
Yeah, second week of the season.
Yeah, and so I don't know if they could move it to like a Monday or something, but like the final or something like that. So, and then the OPS Jamboree has always been a thing. So those early season things are kind of like little early measuring sticks, right?
Yep, and it is fun because you play a couple of Class A teams within your own class, and then the end is all matchups A versus B in each of the places. So good to see kind of some of that crossover and quality programs throughout the field. So boys and girls, same teams, both sides. Start with the boys. Bellevue West champions after interesting start to the season for them. Obviously, go down and get that big win at Norris, bounce back and
get
humbled,
hammered. It was. I was at that Millard North Bell West game.
Yeah,
they got hammered,
and then to beat the teams they did to win this thing.
It's a big deal. Yeah,
that's incredible.
That's
so we'll start
good.
68-62 against Papillion-La Vista, a team that looked really good to start the season, and they struggled. They struggled in this tournament. But Keaton Melcher, 21 points, 5 threes in that game. And a guy I've talked about a couple of times here, Amari Smith, junior,
big impact.
About 6'2", 6'3", long, can really rebound. 11.6 rebounds.
Gives them some sort of size because of his length.
Yeah,
I did like their because of the lack of pure size. Right, they don't have like a 6'5" player or something. They are just getting vertical at the rim, just straight up at the rim, just go vertical, and it worked in the championship game against Gretna East, which we'll get to.
Yeah, and so the impressive thing, we talked about early on, it looked like, they were going to be living and dying by the 3. They only made 6 threes against Papio, went 6 of 21, and still won the game. And obviously Melcher hit 5 of those himself. But so they're showing, like they're finding ways to win outside of just bombing threes. Against Westside, they beat upset number 1 Westside, 74-62 in the
It was large. It was bigger than that too. Like in the early fourth quarter, it stretched out to about 18, 17.
Guy that swung the game, Pierce Parker off the bench, 6'4" senior track athlete, went out there 17 points and 5 rebounds just out of nowhere. A huge boost for them.
Especially Johnson, against that size of Westside, it was impressive what they did.
Yeah, Bryce Johnson, 14 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds. Keaton Melcher had 13, hit 3 threes. And then Jacob Coyer, 13 points and 5 rebounds as well.
He was dominating at times.
So they're starting to get production out of guys other than those guards, and Morrow, Johnson, and Melcher. And that's huge because we had Carson Schultz, huge game against Norris. Pierce Parker, huge game here, and then Amari Smith, a couple big ones. Coyer, again, double figures in that win over Westside. And they saw what London Dada did against Lincoln East in the opener, 31 points, and Klein Nosem got up. They did not give him clean looks the entire game. And that's what we were worried about, just like with all the size and length. If you have teams that can get up underneath you, it can really disrupt you, make things difficult. They didn't have an answer for Emory Geddick, but they really, for the most part, they kept a lot of other guys in check there.
Melcher was guarding Dada in that game. Obviously, they know each other really well, playing summer together and whatnot. But he got in him. Like, he got like an elbow in his hip, man. Like the whole second half, he was just in him. So it was pretty impressive defensive effort by them.
Yeah, so huge win for Bellevue West, like earned them a spot in the championship where they beat Gretna East 72-56, and that was close. It was
closer than that.
Yeah, about midway through the third quarter.
Yeah.
Just Gretna East got some good looks from three. It's a team that shooting is gonna be really important for that team. Third game in 3 days. They're playing a 6-man rotation.
Right.
Potentially the legs started to be a problem there. They just couldn't make them, and Bellevue West is able to kind of stretch it out a little bit there, went on a run in the third quarter, and then in the fourth quarter, just they had a press, a lot of run-outs, a lot of layups in transition to kind of stretch it out. But, again, just a really, really impressive week for Bellevue West. Bryce Johnson, 19 points, 7 assists. Keaton Melcher had 17. And then Amari Smith, 13 points, 8 rebounds, 4 on the offensive end. And Morrow at 11 points, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds. So, I think Amari Smith is a guy in particular that's got some upside. He's kind of worked their way up the program there. Again, he's got some physical tools that can balance out that lineup. So he's going to be a key piece for them moving forward as we get in the season. If he can continue to grow and give them that consistently off the bench, then they're going to have a chance to be in the mix for sure. And they're up to number 2 this week. Elsewhere in the tournament, Gretna East, runner-up, a strong showing for them. They beat Pius 50-44. I was there. Good game from Drake Brown in that one, despite not shooting the three well. He did everything else, and that's kind of been the theme for him to start the season. Then they beat Gretna 55-52 in the B final side of it. So you got obviously the little Gretna rivalry there, and close game. And so good showing for Gretna East. Gretna, they got to that spot by beating Skutt 43-40 on a Brantley hack. It's kind of pump fake.
It's like a double pump thing. Like I don't
game-winning three at the buzzer. That kid is a shot maker.
He is a shot maker.
He's tough.
There wasn't a lot of shots being made in that game, though.
he made that one, though.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, Westside beat Lincoln East 80-72 in that first round. London Dodd had 31.
Had 21 in the second half.
Yeah, with Fred Hoiberg and paying Borders there for Nebraska, and Nebraska offered him after the game as well. So add that to the Creighton, Omaha, and Belmont offers for Dada. So he is definitely on an upward trajectory. Good start them. So Westside beat Gretna for third place, 79-46. So they kind of worked out some of the frustration from the Bellevue West loss. Skutt beat Pius 68-31, and then Papillion-La Vista Skutt beat Pius 68-31 and Papillion-La Vista 57-55. And then Pius beat Lincoln East for 7th place, 64-56. So that's the boys' side. On the girls' side, Westside won that one, 62-41. Obviously, they lost a key piece, but still got a solid team remaining there for Westside.
And that one loss, but out-of-state loss was bad, but yeah.
Papillion-La Vista finished third. They beat Gretna 58-50. Pius was 5th with a win over Bellevue West, and Lincoln East was 7th, beating Skutt. Congrats to Westside and Bellevue West. Class A won the championship on both the boys and girls. And do you want to dive into the rest of the top 10 in Class A?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah,
results here mix some things up.
Yeah.
Millard North, with that Westside loss, Millard North is the new number 1. They went 1-1 down in Kansas City, but they
lost a tough team.
Yeah. And somebody is playing them as well, Oak Park, coming up, I believe. So we'll see kind of comparison. I forgot who that was, but yeah. So
transitive property comparison.
Yeah, they beat Pembroke Hill 66-57. Congrats to Corian Gallatin, had 16 points in that game and broke the Class A record for career three-pointers made. We talked about his
one thing he can
shooting
do
prowess throughout his career, and so led the way for a big win there. And then Oak Park got him 88-68 in the second game down in Kansas City. So they are back up here 4-1. They got a big week for Millard and North. They've got Central on Friday, so that should be a fun one.
Central unbeaten, actually.
Yeah. We'll talk about them momentarily. Bellevue West is at 2, and they've also got a big one. Christmas at the Cage.
Yeah.
Creighton Prep on Friday.
I kind of said this after the game to Bellevue West people. I was like, Christmas in the Cage, like you guys are playing that game. That is one game that I would not want to be the road team for. It's not theirs. It's not. You can't say no. It's just the schedule.
It doesn't always work out that they get a really tough opponent in that game. Oftentimes they don't. But this worked out really well for us. It adds even that much more juice to a game that's already going to be
in the past has been teams that haven't been as good that play in that game because I just would not want to play in that game. The environment is just nuts.
Yeah, especially for a Pret team looking to get a big win after the way they opened the season.
That one's going to be There's been some classic in the last couple years. There's been some classic Bellevue West at Prep games. So
and so Prep is at 5 in the poll this week, and before that they go to Millard South on Tuesday. That'll be a tough one as well. So tough week for Prep to prove themselves. 3 Westside dropped to 3. They have Millard West Thursday, and then at 4 is Lincoln North Star, who bounced back with an 88-14 win against Grand Island.
88-14 is
Jordan Castor. 10 points, 16 assists, 9 steals.
Yeah. If it was football season, 88-14, we've been talking about a lot. But for some reason, we're not.
Yeah.
So
definitely a rebuilding situation out there in Grand Island. But
you get what I'm saying by that with the football thing.
Yeah,
it's like
I do.
No one's overreacting to that.
We just don't need to get in.
No one's overreacting to whatever. Yeah. All right.
Lincoln Southeast is at 6.
They're playing very well.
3-0 start. They handled Kearney, won by 30. Sorry, Austin.
No, they were so good. I mean, that was crazy.
They're playing very well.
Also, don't need to apologize to me. I'm a Sydney guy, so.
And they beat Columbus by 30 as well. So 2 30-point wins. And Columbus isn't a bad. No,
they're fine.
Both those teams are not great, but they've got pieces. Both those teams got
middle of the pack.
So, So it's a really impressive start to the season for Southeast, and they got Fremont and Lincoln East this week at 7. Also impressive start. Lincoln Southwest are 4-1. They handled Papillion-La Vista South 89-63.
That was a very impressive win.
Uzziah Sanders, 24 points, 9 assists. Micaiah Sanders, 21. And Dakari Wilson, 18, 5 of 6 from 3.
Downhill.
It's going to be those 3 guards kind of leading them the way all season. And they did it again in a 75-52 win at Kearney. 17-1 was the score at the end of the first quarter.
Yikes.
So those Silverhawks really getting after them. Defensively, they are those twins and can
They're
be
just hard to stop,
absolute pests.
Yeah.
Pressuring the ball. Micaiah Sanders at 18, Uzziah had 14, and Wilson chipped in 11.
Huge game on January 2nd for them.
Yeah.
Huge game. We got time to get to it, but it's North Star at Southwest that night.
A lot of stuff happening in Lincoln that day.
January 2nd, big night. Big night in Lincoln.
Yeah, they got Norfolk this week. So we'll have to wait a little bit before we get to that game.
Yeah.
At 8, Papillion-La Vista after their tough week in the AB tournament we just talked about. They have North on Friday. At 9 is Omaha Central, moved up 1 spot, 4-0 start. They won the OPS whatever it is. We were there for the semifinal against Westview, 76-62 win at Central, and that was the intensity was exactly where I expected it to be. Very chippy. Kind of got away, and then Westview got back into it, and then Central kind of pulled away at the end. Lennox Haynes was fantastic. 25
He was good
points.
against Omaha North the night before, or the game before, too.
Yeah, 6 rebounds, 2 blocks. Had a couple of highlight posters.
I can see it now. Central, they're unbeaten at 9. Like respect? Where's the respect?
Well,
They got a chance on Friday.
Yeah, so this was the first. They had good wins this week. King Knight was huge in that game, swung that game, 17 points, 5 rebounds, 4 steals off the bench of the prep transfer. And they won despite Evan Rogers scoring 2 points, fouling out in like 5 minutes on the court, which was significant because if you look what he did the rest of the week, they beat Benson 65-62 in overtime in the OPS final on Wednesday. Rogers had 20 points in that one, and they forced 23 turnovers. And one thing you know about a Chubbuck team, they're going to get up. They're going to be after you. They're going to be pressing, trapping. Forcing turnovers is what they want to do.
They're really well coached right now.
Yeah. And they've got some athletes. Obviously, you see Grigsby out there at point guard. We know how talented he is on the football field.
Smooth and solid right there.
Yep. Haynes can, like I said, is an explosive player. Rogers is strong, good defender. So they got some guys that can get after you. And then they beat Millard South 77-74. It was 55 all in the fourth quarter. It's kind of some wild swings, but 55 all, and then Central put together a 13-0 run to take control, and then survived at the end despite some free throw struggles. But Haynes again 23 points, 3 assists, and Rogers 22 points, 10 rebounds, 5 steals for the Eagles. And Sonny Harley chipped in 10 points as well. So them continuing to get like bench contributions is going to be important for them moving forward. And then Millard South, that leaves them at number 10, those two flip spots. Patriots 2-2 to start the season. Owen Anderson at 25 points on 7 of 12 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3, and 9 of 12 from the line against Central. And Brevin Myers, who I think is going to be a key for them. He's gotten off to a slow start. Really, really, really good shooter. Shots weren't falling for him early. Hit 5 threes in this one, finished with 22 points and 5 assists. So if they can get him going consistently, because Central really keyed on Carter Margheim and kind of took him out of the game. He's the one that's been leading them offensively so far this season. So Myers and Anderson stepped up in that one, and they'll need those guys to continue to play well moving forward. And they've got a big week. They've got that Tuesday game against Prep, and then they're heading out to Arizona for a tournament out there in the Phoenix area. So
that's something that their girls' side did
Saturday,
before, so it's kind of
So big week for them there. That kind of rounds out the top 10 in A. Nobody receiving votes. Jumping down to Class B, I was there for Norris against Wahoo on Tuesday. Always a fun game, and
a lot of good athletes in that game.
Yeah, and Norris, they're certainly capable of shooting well from 3. We saw 18 threes in that season opener. Shot it well against Bellevue West as well in that shootout. Did not shoot it well in this one. Only made 4 threes the whole game. But they got after Wahoo, and 15-3 turnover differential was basically
a big number.
Yeah, that was the difference in the game.
Yeah.
63-48 was the final there. That and Junior Gardner.
Yeah.
29 points, missed 1 shot the entire game. 11 of 12 from the field, 3 of 3 from 3, 4 of 5 from the line. So fantastic. And he is so good playing. I talked about this in my video after the game. He's so good playing off of all those guards. Yep. He just knows where to be. Cuts, duck-ins into the post, knocked down the catch-and-shoot threes in this one. And he's also good on the offensive glass. He knows exactly where to be when the ball's coming off the rim for putback. So just a really effective scorer from all over the court playing off of that team. And Evan Greenfield, doing a little bit of everything. 12 points, 9 rebounds. What was it? 6 steals. There it is, and 3 assists to lead the way. So he was kind of the one. His hands are so good. Yeah, leading the charge defensively. Again, forcing those turnovers. They followed it up with a 66-26 win against Elkhorn, in which they forced 24 turnovers. So it's a team that's really getting after it defensively. After I'm sure Jimmy Mose wasn't thrilled with the effort and attention to detail in that opener against Bellevue West, but we're seeing that's a pretty good team. But since then, they've been fantastic defensively. They've got Milford on Tuesday, and then the EMC tournament starts.
Friday. Well,
it's a split.
Play-in games, if you will,
it's expanded.
Are Friday. Yeah. And then so it's Friday
this week, and then next
Friday,
week.
Saturday, and then after the break, finishes.
So. Yep. So that'll be the case for a lot of these teams in Class A. Skutt is at 2 2, stayed there despite the loss to Gretna because they bounced back. They're off to a good start.
3-1, yeah.
Yeah. Gretna East is shot up to 3 after their run through the
rightfully
AB tournament.
so. I mean,
yeah.
A
3-1 start to the season there, again with that one loss coming to Bellevue West, up from 7. At 4 is Scottsbluff, who is
4-0.
Well, no, they took a loss last week.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
They did.
They went 2-1 against out-of-state teams last week. North Dakota and Wyoming teams they played, and this week they've got 2 more Wyoming teams. So it's always hard to know what to make of those games because you and I just aren't familiar with Wyoming and Colorado and those other schools. Yeah. But we know it's a talented backcourt.
They're 4-1. Yeah.
Yep. So Scottsbluff, again, they've got 2 more Wyoming teams this week before they get back into Nebraska competition. You got Wahoo there at 5, dropped a spot after the loss to Norris. They bounced back, won by 34 against Wayne. They've got Standing Bear, and then they've got a big one on Thursday going to Ashland Greenwood.
Yeah, rivalry game. Yep. Obviously, 2 good teams.
Potential game of the week for you,
potentially,
depending on how that vote goes.
Yep.
At 6 is Elkhorn North, who got their first win
over Bennington, and that's what kind of I think kept them in, there at. I mean, they're Elkhorn North.
That and their talent,
and they just didn't shoot it well against Platteview in the loss. So
and took too many.
76-66
is the win over Bennington. You got 24 points, 5 rebounds from Kellen Murphy, 22 points, 8 boards from Sutton Pietkowski, and 16 points from Nike Orgabold. So you got all 3 of those guys playing well. They're going to win most games. At Gretna is number 7 despite the 2-3 record because of their schedule and that win over Skutt. Bennington is at 8 at 1-2. Platteview is at 9, and Aurora is at 10 with Pius and Gross off to a 4-0 start, receiving votes as well.
Yeah, the Gross start is impressive a little bit to start the season right now.
Yeah, no change at the top in C1. The top 4 remain the same. You had a flip DC West and Auburn. A bit of shuffling below that. In C2, top 3 remains the same. UTAN is up to number 4 after North Bend Central.
Sandy Creek bumped up from 8 to 5 is a big jump there, too. They're going to be I think they're going to be good in basketball.
Yeah, again, Logan Tomke is, along with Cameron Seeley, are kind of leading the way for them on the basketball court, just like
they have a big cross-county matchup coming up.
Yep. All right, in D1, Twin Loop took a loss. So they dropped from 2 to 7. I think Yaya Harris bounced back with 29 points and 14 rebounds or something like that in the next game. So that's a guy that's going to put up a lot of some big numbers this season as a sophomore, but Howells Dodge remained at number 1. Elm Creek is up to 3 from 4, and Wowsa is up to 4 from 5. Fullerton, Kane Wedevec in a monster week. I'll talk about him momentarily.
The Wausau move, they beat Elgin Public Pope John, so that's, I believe.
Good
I'm sorry, Elgin Public Pope John beat them, and that's in the bottom. That's why they dropped, and then Elgin Public Pope John moved
up to 3 in D2. Yeah. St. Mary's remains number 1 in big development. Gage Hedstrom made his debut. 29 points in his first game back.
Not bad.
And Ben Barlow is the guy that's been carrying him, and he, I think, had 22 and 9 assists in that game as well. So, St. Mary's, they are going to be tough in D2 all season long. But Archangels Catholic and Elgin Pope also off to 5-0 starts to round out the top 3.
Archangels, I'm looking ahead. They have Fullerton tomorrow or Tuesday night, and Fullerton's unbeaten. If they can get by that, then the Randolph and then Crofton Holiday Tournament could be hard. But pinpointing weeks away, January 9th, they host Howells Dodge.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Archangels Howells Dodge, One, the rivalry, geographic and just all that. Yeah, so that's a thing.
Cool. All right. So we're getting into
what? He's like, all right, great, move on.
Well, he's very clearly looking up something. So you got to buy him.
He's
some
like,
time.
let's get out of here. I'm done
No, he's
about
looking
it.
up all of his shoutouts. He's making sure that he's got them
Yeah.
all written down. He's checking his notes. We're buying him time. We're doing everything.
Still
we can
buying
for
him time.
Yeah,
It feels like it's taking forever.
Yeah, we've got sorry.
No, it's all right.
I
right.
had something flipped the other way that I believe, so I just wanted to make sure I get that right.
Yeah.
But yeah, we will close out with shoutouts this week. First, shout out to games with no defense. Those are always fun. We had kind of combined shout out here. Bancroft Rosalie beat Omaha Nation 90-85 in overtime. And in that game, we saw Omaha Nation senior Desan Romo go off for 40 points on 15 of 26 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3, 7 of 9 from the line. Also had 13 rebounds, including 5 on the offensive end, an assist, a steal, and a block. For the winning side, KJ Blackhawk had 35 points on 50% from the field, went 5 of 7 from 3, 6 of 8 from the line, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. And Braylon Wagner, a senior, had 26 points on 8 of 13, hit a 3, 9 of 9 from the line, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Later in the week, Blackhawk added 25 points on 10 of 12 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3, 3 of 3 from the line with 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal, and a 71-44 win against Clarkson Leaf. So not much defense, but looked like it kind of seems like that would have been a fun game to watch there. So,
Yeah.
First 40-point game that I've seen, I think, so far this season.
I haven't seen one.
Obviously, only 2 weeks in.
Been some 30s in there.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Congrats to him. And then elsewhere, I mentioned Fullerton, Kane Wedovic, junior, 31 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 steals, and a block in a 65-29 win against Chambers Wheeler Central. 22 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal, and a 53-35 win over Central Valley. And then Kane Wedovic had 27 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, and 3 blocks in a 76-36 win over Ansley Litchfield. So he's going to put some big numbers in that class for Fullerton, and off to the great start, like we mentioned. Another guy off to a great start and putting up some big numbers is Tri-County senior Drew Sims. 33 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, 1 block. Shot 11 of 20 from the field, including 3 of 6 from 3 and 8 of 8 from the line in a 69-37 win against Deschler. Followed that up with 19 points, 9 assists, 7 rebounds, and 4 steals in a 70-42 win against Southern. And then finally, Donovan Trumbull off to a good start as well, one of the top teams in C1. Jack Poppy, near triple-double, had 27 points on 11 of 17 from the field, 3 of 6 from 3, 2 of 3 from the line, with 9 rebounds, 10 assists, 2 steals, in a 97-57 win against Holdridge. In that game, Parker Volk, fellow senior, added 25 points on 10 of 14 from the field, 4 of 6 from 3, hit his free throw, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist. And then they each added 17 points apiece on good efficiency in a win over Hastings St. Cecilia, 68-32. Poppy added 4 assists, 2 steals, and Volk added 8 boards, 2 assists, and a steal. So those guys are going to be carrying the load for Donovan Trumbull all season long, and that they're going to be a tough out in C1.
Yeah, they're going to be, I think, pretty good. C1 feels real top-heavy, but there's also some balance because some teams have just a good player, right?
Yeah.
Something, so should be interesting. All right, that'll do it for Nebraska Preps postgame this week.
A Herd at Sports Network production.